Welcome to the Bellied Up podcast. Who we talking to? Is he whistling?
He's whistling while he works.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, nice whistle.
Hello? Hey, thanks. You like my whistling?
Yeah. Welcome.
I don't know what tune to call that one.
Well, you call it the working whistle. What are you doing?
Yeah. I'm just getting back to work here. What are you guys doing? Drinking somewhere, right?
Yeah. We're over here in St. Paul, Minnesota. Where are you at?
I'm in somewhere south of the metro here. I don't really know exactly where.
Well, why don't you
somewhere by Waconia?
Why don't you belly up to the bar with us? Tell us what's on your mind.
Well, so I guess my question is I'm the captain manager of a beer league softball team.
Congratulations.
And thank you. And about 4 years ago, me and a bunch of high school buddies put together a team. And now, 4 years later, I'm running into the problem of as good as I would like to see on the team. So I'm wondering how you tell some good buddies that they are no longer a part of your beer league softball team.
That's a tough one, especially if you guys known each other a long time. I think there's a few routes. One, you could take a year off, say you're disbanding the team, and then you just start up another team the year after that with a whole new host of guys, and you say that they ask you to be on their team, so then you're like, I came out of retirement because they asked me to do it. That could be one option. What's another option, Charlie?
Another option is you just say, hey, I hate to say it, you guys suck at softball, and it's killing me. And, we've tried it for a while. It's not working. I'd give you another chance, but I know how it's going to go. You're not putting the work in, and you can't be on the team. See you next time. If you guys want to come to the bar after, that's fine. That'd be the direct route.
Here's a question I have for you, Charlie.
Yeah.
This is purely experimental. I'm not saying this, but I wonder if maybe the manager is the problem here. Are you getting the most out of your guys? / are you taking beer league softball a little too serious?
That I've never thought of it that way. That's a good point. I might be taking it too serious. But when everybody comes up, and there's certain times where it'd be a fly ball to right field, and it's the first inning of the game, and then the other team notices that our right fielder can't catch a ball. So now every ball that's hit is to right field, and then that's where it's an endless wheel of trying to find a right fielder that we can't find, and maybe I need to go out to right field.
Well, I got to ask.
Maybe that might be smooth.
In beer league softball, it's kind of like Little League baseball. Isn't every right fielder the worst player on the team?
That's exactly it.
So why don't you guys hit into their right field?
Well, because we're not that good, Charlie.
Okay, I get it.
We can't.
Hence why he's on this call, Charlie.
I think if we could, we would.
How often are you guys practicing? Are you giving your team ample opportunity to improve, or are you just expecting everyone to show up once a week and be better magically?
Well, last year we had a practice the week before the season started, and we had 3 guys show up. So we don't really practice, no. But you would think weekly, the longer it goes on, that they'd get at least a little better.
So can't you just stick the worst player at a different position? Or do like volleyball does, and everyone rotates a position to keep, then they have to constantly be identifying who is the weakest link, and then they're going to get in the other team's head. If they're just always in right field, they know they just got to hit it to right field. But if you just keep rotating players around the infield, the outfield, then they don't know where to hit it.
I'd always keep them in the outfield.
What if there's 4 or 5 of them, though?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you are the manager. You need to take responsibility for your actions. You signed these people up on the team, did you not?
I did. Should have held a tryout.
How hammered were you when you said yes to this?
Pretty good. And now it's taken a chunk of my summers away. I put so much time into it. Maybe I should start a tournament team instead of a beer league softball team, so people take it more serious.
How much time could you really put into this if you guys don't practice and you just meet once a week, though? Like, what else is involved in managing a team that does not practice?
He's got to schmooze sponsors. He's got to get uniforms lined up.
Yeah, right. Sponsors. You gotta think of positions every week. I mean, it's you sit down and it's a couple beer job for sure every week where you sit down and you have to, and then you got to put up the worst part is putting together the lineup. I mean, I can throw fielding positions together, but when it comes to our batting order, I mean, our 12 hitter will come one week and we'll put the bat on the ball 2 times, and then he'll come the next week and he'll go 8 for 8.
Huh.
So it's a hit or miss every week.
You know, it's a lot like baseball, though. It's a lot like baseball. I mean, that
Sure
sounds like professional athletes right there.
That sure is.
Okay, I got a question for you. In your mind,
Okay.
what are the top things that make a beer league softball team great?
You need a pitcher is the first thing. And then I'd say after that, then it comes down to your team. It comes down to camaraderie. Are you guys having fun? Are you guys not having fun? It could come down to chemistry. Well, you guys know, do you guys everybody know each other? Is it awkward on the bench? I guess you could tie that into, is everybody having fun and stuff. And then the third is, I guess you gotta, I don't know. Like the third one, you gotta be able to, I don't know, hit the ball hard. You hit the ball hard, you'll usually will make a lot of people are scared of the ball. So the harder you hit it, the better chance you have of at least getting on.
That's some whoa, Mike was going. That's some sage advice coming from the manager. I'm starting to wonder if there might be a little lack of focus from the upper management of this team, you know, on how to make a better team. Are most of the people there under the impression that they're playing baseball or softball, that they're playing softball to win or to just go to the bar after? Like bar league softball, that's kind of the first thing that you think of is the bar, you know, because it's in the name like that. So
that is a good point.
If their focus isn't on winning, but it's on the bar, this whole thing makes a lot of sense. But your focus is on winning.
Have you thought about bribing them?
Well, there was probably 6 out of the 10 weeks last year that we went 0-2, and everybody is down and sad. We go to the parking lot for parking lot beers after, and everybody's all down and they're all upset that we just lost. I mean, we all take it serious. It's just some people just aren't.
They're not very good, is what he's saying.
They're not cut out for it. That might be it.
He's got a little bit of a bad news Bears situation on his hands.
Very, very much.
Yeah.
And I wonder if you would get more satisfaction out of really taking this team the extra mile. You know, maybe if you just get to the game a half hour before and run some drills, that could help, you know?
And warm up, maybe. And maybe not once a week we're pulling hammies because nobody's warming up.
Yeah, no.
We're showing up at 6:02 for the 6 o'clock game.
Yeah. What are the top pet peeves of bad softball players on your bar league softball team? What are the top pet peeves?
That's got to be the one there, Charlie. Is when the game's at 6 and you got guys say, "Oh, I'm rolling in and it's 6:05." I mean, it's like an 8 o'clock game. It can't be that hard to make an 8 o'clock game, right? I mean, and they're rolling in at 8:15. They're already an inning or 2 in.
So not showing up on time. What else?
Yeah, not showing up on time. I guess, I mean, if they, I don't know. I mean, we've ran into a few guys that get a little too, they take it a little too serious. They get mad. They start throwing bats and stuff. Throwing stuff on the bench and stuff? I'm not too fond of that either.
Dude, what's the biggest fight you've seen in bar league softball?
I was watching the championship game 2 years ago, and a guy, it was bases loaded, 2 outs, and I think it was a tie game. And it was supposed to be ball 4, but he didn't let it get to the plate, and he kind of like kicked it back towards the pitcher, and he got halfway to first, and the ump called him back. He called it a strike because he didn't let it hit the ground first. And then the next pitch came in, and if you fall out on your second pitch, it's a strikeout in softball. You only get 2 strikes. And he hit a foul ball at second at bat, and the ump, obviously that's a strikeout. And then he started blowing up at the ump, and he almost started fighting the ump.
I think you need to jump leagues. It sounds like this league is not very fun at all.
No, I think we need to switch cities, maybe.
Yeah, I think you need to get out of Dodge. I think you just need to move.
He moves his entire family to get on a better bar league softball team. Sorry, kids, hate to take you out of school. I know you like your friends. You're just going to have to get over it. We can't lose every year like this. It's not good for business. It's not good for dad.
You can make new friends.
Yeah. You can make. Yeah, I got to make new friends. You got to make new friends. Well,
I think you just need to lower the expectations. It sounds like you're kind of trapped, so just make the best of it. Have some fun. Maybe, find a way to make those people get really pissed. Make them diffuse the situation with telling them it's not that serious. Grand scheme of things, when you're dying on your deathbed, I don't think you're going to be pissed about striking out in beer league softball all those years ago. So
that's Miles's advice. My advice is to just have a heart-to-heart with them now and say, if you assholes aren't ready to come to spring training, you're not on the team. Yep. Sorry. And then find some guys that are ready to come to spring training.
Maybe think about different motivation before the games. You could read him the Jimmy V speech that he did at the ESPYs or
oh, there you go.
Just start reading them famous speeches.
Vince Lombardi. Yeah. It's all about the pregame speech. Yeah. And then from there, like if every point that's scored is a beer that you're buying at the bar, and then use the sponsors.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah, use the sponsors.
That'd be a good one if my team.
Yeah, do it like they do on around where we're at, the Legion baseball team. If a kid brings a foul ball back to the stands, they get a free snow cone. Maybe every time that an outfielder catches a fly ball, you get to hand them a beer, and they trade the ball in for a beer.
Yeah, you bring a cooler of beers, you could really turn this team around, I think. And also,
there's definitely no shortage of beers.
Yeah, and the showing up late thing, have them run a lap. You start enforcing the lap rule. That. Take a lap around that baseball diamond, no one's going to be showing up late, especially when they pull a hammy halfway through their lap.
Yeah, that's maybe a good point. Maybe you go harder on them.
Kidding.
Yeah, the ones that suck, go harder on the running. A couple
suicides.
Yeah, because guess what? They pull a hammy, out for the season, they can be replaced.
Yeah.
That's how you get them out. You never have to tell them to get out.
Hey.
Make them pull a hammy.
Strikeout, drop and give me 20.
Yeah, 20 right there too. 20 push-ups. Taste the dirt on the way down. If they're not tasting dirt, they're not going far down enough. So that's the protocol. But you got to remember, you can't just be, pounding the and being hard on them. Remember what Miles said. You got to study these speeches from the great coaches. What was the name of that Hoosiers coach that threw the chairs at him?
Bobby Knight.
You got to go Bobby Knight on these guys.
Coach,
yeah, but you got to have the speeches to back up your anger.
So you need to go crazier than the guys throwing the bats.
Yes.
Right? Nothing will make someone feel right. So if Charlie lost his mind and threw this bar stool across the room, we would all be like, he's crazy. We don't want to be like him. So you got to beat him to the punch and just start throwing shit the minute they show up.
Yeah.
And then they won't do that.
Fear, but they've got to respect you. So, you got to be a little emotionally abusive. You got to like say, hey, you did good out there. And then if you strike out or you do a strike, they got to look over you. You got to be like, not my tempo. Like that Whiplash scene where he throws a chair up. Just look at all the abusive coaches and teachers and take a little something from each of them.
Gaslighting usually works too.
Yeah.
And another way you could get them to show up on time is just batting order is by who shows up first.
Yeah, that's true.
Who there? That's a good one.
And
well, if the worst guy shows up fourth, that's
get him out of the way. First inning, just get him out of the way.
Yeah.
And the other thing, then it's less work for you. You were complaining about too much work. Just have them do all the work. They get to pick their own position. They'll fall in line.
Reward them with beers.
In the corporate community, they call that empowering their people. You just got to make them do all the work.
Yeah, it's good cop, bad cop. You're the good cop and you're the bad cop. You're the bad cop when you're yelling at them, making them run laps, give 20, do 20, keep being a stickler on the time. But you're a good cop when you can, hand them a nice little beer from the cooler.
Then if they put Jimmy out in right field and he misses a fly ball, then they feel responsible, not you. And then they're looking at you like, what do we do?
Yeah, and also you got to make practices more fun. Okay, who would want to go to practice if you're like, all right, guys, we're throwing softballs, you got to catch them. But what if you're throwing them beers?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're sitting there launching them beers,
instead of hitting softballs, hit like apples and stuff.
Those are fun to watch explode.
Yeah, nothing, guys. Like turn it into a game of Fruit Ninja.
Yeah, there you go, Miles. See, now it took us a while, but we're cooking with gas here. What's that?
We'd find somewhere. I said a T-shirt cannon, but a beer cannon maybe.
Yeah, fly ball beer cannon.
And make sure you bring good snacks.
There we go.
Make sure you bring good snacks for after the game. Or frankly, before the game. If when you're a kid growing up playing baseball, you weren't excited to go play the game. You were excited for which, mom was on the docket of bringing snacks. If it was Jimmy's mom, she freaking brought fruit roll-ups, dude. We were getting there early just in case she brought some early game roll-ups.
I think one more suggestion is on the punishment side of it, you got to take a page out of the golfer's book. So if a golfer hits the ball off the tee and it doesn't go past the ladies' tee, they got to hit their next shot with their pants down. If someone strikes out or does a fly ball, the next time at bat, they got to bat with their pants down.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Great camaraderie as well. Then if also people are wanting to not strike out more.
Yep. That sounds like a great idea.
Plus, then it distracts the other team. Distracts the other team. They don't know what's going on. Better chance that they're going to miss a fly ball if his guy's running to first base and his junk is flopping around.
Right, his draw's on the ground, right? That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Well, we hope you take some of this with you.
Yeah. Sure I'll be able to find a few pieces in there.
Well, what's your team name, if you don't mind me asking?
Some of my teammates listen to this, so we'll say that we are the Jaguars.
Okay. Maybe spice up the team name a little bit.
I feel like it is.
Yeah.
Right. Do what another corporate page out of the book here. When they get into a scandal, then they just change their company name. Just change your name and it'll be like we're no longer the Jaguars, we're the Lions, and the Lions are a different story than the Jaguars were.
Change the story, change the narrative.
Mm-hmm. Well, good luck to the Jaguars this coming season. It looks like you got a lot to think about, and I think that I don't know. This is your year.
I think so too.
Sound like we tired you out here.
Mid-season update.
Yeah, give us a mid-season update.
No, I've been thinking. Yeah, I've been thinking. They might have to hold a spring training too.
Yeah, pitchers and catchers need to report ASAP.
Yep. Start now and weed through the weak links. Oops. Okay. Well, I'll let you guys go.
All right, fella. Be good now.
Yeah, you guys too. Watch out for deer.
All right. See ya.
I like how it never occurred to him that maybe he should just try and do a better job.
But not at all. He was like, like,
fuck, shit, I guess.
You just gave him the most basic advice. He's like, I've never thought about that. I was like, are you kidding me, dude? And I love how he said he was going to change the name because some of the guys on the team listen to it. If they don't, they know exactly what his voice sounds like. They're gonna know.
What do you think the actual team name was?
I don't know. That part. Usually I thought like when I grew up doing bar league softball, like watching like my dad and uncles play, they would just name it after the bar they
sponsor,
went to.
yeah.
Like Tamarack was a bar in Milwaukee. They were the Tamarack. So it's probably just a bar. But maybe it's the kind of thing where it's friends of friends, Mm-hmm. And I don't know.
Yeah. Well, good luck to the Jaguars this season.
Yeah, good luck.